Milton Berle says he was a gem, an original. NBC's Jim Brown has more on the man who brought smiles to generations.
No upsetting the nerves, no bad taste. It's a nice, smooth drink. Pour a little in your glass and drink it right down. But be sure and ask for Guzzler's Gin, a nice, smooth drink.
Red Skelton came out of vaudeville and burlesque and eventually was one of radio's big stars with carefully crafted routines like Guzzler's Gin. Movies were the next step. 1948's Fuller Brush Man was a typical vehicle.
Would you be interested in a hairbrush? Would you?
In all, he appeared in 43 films and was more than ready for the next medium, television.
Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our new hour show. We're all excited about it. We were even going to pray for its success, but the Supreme Court said we couldn't.
Skelton spent 20 years on television, mostly on CBS. Among his characters, the best known was the silent tramp he called Freddie the Freeloader. When Skelton was given the Governor's Award at the 1986 Emmy show, he'd been off the air 17 years, and the bitterness showed.
I want to thank you for sitting back down. I thought you were pulling a CBS and walking out on me again.
In his later years, Skelton painted. It was mostly a variation of Freddie the Freeloader. His canvases could fetch $80,000 or more. His collector's plates were more reasonable.
I try to explain to people that I'm not a celebrity. I never wanted to be, nor am I now.
Red Skelton, the sentimental clown, dead at 84.
From Vincennes, Red Skelton has died.
The world-famous funny man left Vincennes for the big time. Skelton entertained the nation in the early days of television with his songs, dances, and antics. He spent 20 years on primetime. He died in California after a long illness. But he'll always be Vincennes' native son. He grew up in this two-story frame house on Lyndale Avenue. For the past 57 years, it's been Anna Cardnial's home. She raised 12 kids there. She'll never forget how Red came back to visit the childhood home.
But I remember, I know I said to him, he wanted over to my bedroom. And he said, that's where he was born. And I said, was it really? He said, well, that's what my mommy said. So I always watched him. I liked him, and he told me that he was very glad that he was a comedian as the age he was. He'd hate to start out today, that you had to use too filthy words.
And he never had to do that. Skelton, in fact, always signed off with the words, good night and God bless. He was 84 years old.